Ladies and gentlemen, live from Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Wednesday or Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for AEW Dynamite or Collision Event Center. And now here's the man that will bring you the happenings of AEW All Elite Wrestling action, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Sorry it took me so long trying to put a timer up there on the upper right. Computer's been running a little slow. Don't worry out. Anyways, thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977. Episode number 2329 of the show. And it is AEW Grand Slam Mexico 2025 Event Center. That's right. It's basically, if you want to call it AEW Dynamite Event Center, June the 18th, 2025, and it's 11:03 p.m. I want to get going with this. We're halfway through the week, and we got tomorrow, we got Friday, and that's it for me for the week, for the work week, and then I get the weekend off. It'll be Friday, Fearless Friday, yay! Because now I get the weekend off, I get paid, big bucks, no whammy. Stop. Anyways, And this is the first time in AEW in Arena Mexico, one of the most famous. There are 4 famous arenas in the world. 1 is Madison Square Garden, 2 Wembley Stadium, 3 the Tokyo Dome, and 4 Arena Mexico. Those are the 4, like Mount Rushmore type stadiums, wrestling stadiums. And one person has already set the record, according to what I found from Victor Taylor Perry of the Wrestling Club on X. That's right. According to him, somebody has set that. Somebody is the first wrestler to perform in all 4 arenas, as of now. And believe me, you'll know. Also, here in this situation, a Grand Slam Mexico, some of the AEW wrestlers work with the wrestlers from CMLL. We're gonna go now. Hangman Adam Page kicked off the event and addressed the Mexican crowd, the Mexico crowd in Spanish. He spoke. I'll tell you what. He spoke Spanish in his promos, talking about the history of how he learned to appreciate the Spanish people, appreciate the Mexican people as well, the hard work and the lucha libre and all that. And I'll tell you one thing. I got to give it up to Hangman Adam Page. He worked very hard to probably learn Spanish more than anybody else. And really excited to see Hangman Adam Page do that to the fans. So much respect to Hangman Adam Page for that. And he's basically he's not allowed in the main event tonight, but he'll be watching Jon Moxley. Then they had a most insane. This is probably the first time ever I've seen this in wrestling history. A 14-man tag team match. I am not kidding you. 14-man tag team match. And Stokely Hathaway came out with Dax Harwood because I think Cash Wheeler is not allowed to leave the country because of legal reasons. I think it's because stemming from his running with the law and all that. So unfortunately, but that's why I'm thinking Cash Wheeler is unable to attend. I think. Then you got Stokely Hathaway running his mouth, being the love child of Kevin Hart and Charles Barkley, for goodness sake. That goof doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut. Well, here's the teams for this 14-man tag team matchup. Was a heck of a matchup. Bandito, the Ring of Honor World Champion. Both Atlantis' senior and junior. Now, here's the strange part. Every time Atlantis Jr. gets tagged in the match, the Mexican fans booed him. I don't know what's going on with that. Templario, Adam Cole, the current TNT champion. Brody King and Daniel Garcia. To go up against Volador Jr., who was unmasked, Dax Harwood himself, and members of the Don Callis family, Konosuke Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, the Protostar, and the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, with Hechicero, the newest member, and Lance Archer. This was an insane 14-man tag team matchup. I've never seen anything like it. They could have been elimination matches. Imagine one, you get 7-on-1. Imagine that. You have to run the gauntlet. But the winners of this match, Bandito, Cole, Garcia, Templario, the Atlantises, and both Atlantises and Brody King. Meanwhile, Mark Briscoe went one-on-one with Kazuchika Okada, and Don Callis was on commentary during that matchup. Okada won, but Don Callis couldn't leave well enough alone. He runs his mouth, he acts like a total big mouth, and now he attacks Mark Briscoe after the matchup. Is Kazuchika Okada a new member of the Don Callis family? If that's the case, Don Callis has really got an international conglomerate he's working with here. I mean, you got two guys from Japan, and if you think about it, a Canadian, a Mexican. You got Lance Archer also from America. I think Rocky Romero's from Puerto Rico, I think. You got Trent Beretta as well. And a couple Americans on the team and everything else. So I got to give it up to Don Callis. He knows where the talent lies and where the talent lies. And old hot dog head himself couldn't have cooked up a better team than what he has now. So, but hey, he wants to be world renowned, but he's despised everywhere. Yeah. I would be despised too if I looked like a hot dog head. Anyways. Here comes the next match. Mystico versus MJF. And MJF, what a stupid idiot this guy is. I mean, I am just mystified of MJF's stupidity, okay? That's how stupid MJF is. You think about it. The dude, right, comes out in all-American garb. Well, that's not, I don't have a problem with that, I know he's trying to do it to get heat. What's stupid about it is how he saluted with his left hand. You're supposed to salute with your right hand, you dork. You Beavis-looking butthead. MJF is a Beavis-looking butthead. He accompanied by the Hurt Syndicate, of course. And Hurt Syndicate's all decked out in style, always. But MJF, good Lord. He's like, and he saluted with his left hand. Like this. I mean, put the flag in your left hand and salute with your right. Not for the life of me, I can't stand MJF. MJF sucks. That's all. MJF is a stupid idiot, and he sucks. He could belong on the list of Jericho if he wanted to. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm like face palming, going, "Oh, good Lord, MJF, what are you doing, you stupid idiot? You're supposed to salute with your right hand, not with your left." What a dummy. What a freaking dummy. Good Lord. I'm sitting there going, you dork. You are a goober. You're a goof. MJF is a total goof. He saluted with his left hand. He's supposed to salute with his right hand. Good Lord. When you salute America, it's supposed to be with your right hand, you dork. MJF is an idiot. Can I just punch him in the face once, please? I apologize, YouTube, for saying that, but I just can't stand MJF. No, forget punching MJF. So, Gibbs slap. You know the Gibbs slap for Mark Harmon's character, Leroy Jethro Gibbs, the bozo, I'd like to call him, on NCIS. Whap! That's what he needs, one of those. That Beavis-looking butthead. Of course, MJF during the matchup, the entire Hurt Syndicate gets involved during the matchup, but freaking MJF, what does he do? He decides to low blow Mystico. In front of the referee, blatantly, he got himself disqualified. Mystico gets the win. They attacked him, and then he ended up, MJF managing getting Mystico's mask off and putting it on him. Everybody booed him. And then some of the CML wrestlers about had enough of this. Templario, Bandito, and Teton. Teton came out. But then Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, and Mike Bailey dropkicked both the World Tag Team Champions. And them joining forces with the CMML wrestlers and then making sure, I think Bandito checked up on Mystico, and I think Mystico had another mask on ready. I think he had a feeling this was going. I mean, MJF decided to put the mask on. What an idiot. He doesn't respect Mexico. Doesn't respect. I don't think MJF respects our country. He's just doing. And he salutes with his left hand. What? Somebody help me with this guy. It's like, one of these days, if if by some weird miracle we get MJF as a guest on Rant and Rave, I'm giving him a piece of my mind. You know, I'm like, I would tell him, you Beavis-looking butthead. You treat everyone with disrespect. I don't care, make fun of me. Everybody's here roasting me from high heaven, for goodness sakes. Romy's roasting me. Gary's roasting me. Jordan's roasting me. Dan's roasting me. Everybody's roasting me. And I'm defending for the Mexican people. As Dan would say in his El Grande Americano Senior accent. Something like that. MJF is a jerk. He's a jerk to the Mexican people. He's an idiot. And to the Mexican people, I apologize for MJF's stupidity. That's all I'm going to say about that matter. And then they had the 4 million pesos 4-way matchup. Ricochet versus Hologram versus Leo Rush versus Mascara Dorada, 4 million. Okay, I'm going to write in 4 million pesos. You know how much these guys actually fought for? Give me a second here. Almost $210,000. So, whoever wins it is the millionaire in Mexico, but is not in the United States. You get 1/5 of that. A little over 1/5. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me with that? Seriously. So, anyways, Hologram keeps his winning streak alive from winning the matchup. And and that means Hologram is a Mexican millionaire, while in the United States, he's not. He's basically won $1/5 of $1 million. Hey, Hologram's a rich dude. Maybe you could take Harley Graham on a date. I'm just kidding. Anyways. Speaking of the women's division, the women's action, CMLL Women's World Title is on the line as Zeuxis defends that title. Now, Zeuxis was a former competitor in the Mae Young Classic, I believe, back in 2017. And I know it's only one in the years. I know she competed in one. And Mercedes Moné was there, was in the WWE back then as Sasha Banks. And get this, before I'll give you the results of this matchup. Get this. There's news going around, and it looks like it's true, that Mercedes Moné is dating, guess who she's dating of all people? The Beast Mortos. I'm not kidding you. I'm going, the Beast Mortos? You gotta be kidding me. What is going on? How did the Beast Mortos get Mercedes Moné? What convinced Mercedes Moné to go out with this mean, one of the meanest, most powerful luchadors in Mexico? I mean, Beast Mortos. I'll tell you, Beast Mortos. He must have spit some game. I gotta give him props on that. You know, maybe there's something that Mercedes Moné liked in him. Maybe Mercedes Moné has something that Beast Mortos liked. Hey, Beauty and the Beast. What did I tell you? Got to hand it. Congratulations, both of them, I guess. So, anyways, we have a new CMLL Women's Champion. Mercedes Moné won another title. How many belts is that now? 4 or 5? And she's targeting the AEW Women's World Champion next month at All In 3 weeks. But then there was a video montage of a film where basically Timeless Tony Storm was channeling Humphrey Bogart in this case, and she looked kind of gorgeous in that, in the fedora hat and the jacket, and she came out and then afterwards, another lovely young lady, Mina Shirakawa, says hello, and I think Mina Shirakawa is trying to challenge. I'm sure she's targeting Mercedes Moné as well, but for the TBS Championship. But she was there as a distraction for Timeless Tony Storm, who appeared in all of it's in red. I figured, maybe Timeless Tony Storm should change her name to Tony San Diego. Where in the world is Tony San Diego? Because she was dressed all in red, almost looking like Carmen San Diego. Starts attacking Mercedes Moné, suplexed her to the point all the titles came flying out of her hands. And then she went to go hit Storm Zero on the entrance ramp, but the referees broke it up. Luther comes out to calm her down, and they broke it up. So, and then she grabbed the microphone and says, "Let the games begin." It looks like mind games about to begin. And I'll tell you one thing, but the film noir detective, that detective thing and everything else, that was really cool of Toni Storm to do that. And and she looked gorgeous as with the fedora hat and everything else, and looking like Carmen San Diego. Why not? Tony San Diego. There you go. Anyways, I thought that was really cool. And then another main event, another insane tag team matchup, a 10-man tag. Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, and the Ops. That'd be the Trios champs Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Katsuyori Shibata going up against the Beast Mortos, who I mentioned before. I mean, I'll tell you what, you're banging Mercedes Moné, you get the main event. Well, I'll tell you why Mortos is in this matchup. Two of the Death Riders, Will Yuta and the World Champ Jon Moxley, and the Young Bucks, who I like to call the Yuckle Bucks. Anyways, they're a yuck a minute, that's for sure. Now, the Beast Mortos, the reason why I think Claudio Castagnoli had problems, traveling issues and all that, so Young Bucks think on the fly, said, "Hey, we get you Beast Mortos." And and it was a heck of a crazy matchup. Marina Shafir gets involved during the matchup, and the Death Riders, Young Bucks, and Beast Mortals all capitalized. They won the matchup, and then they decided to continue attacking the losers of the matchup. Afterwards, till Hangman Adam Page shows up. Now, he was not allowed during the main event, but the main event was over. The match was over, and he shows up, confronts both men, fight it out, and then the Young Bucks try to get themselves involved. And then when he wanted to go hit the buckshot lariat on Moxley, he hit at Matt Jackson, and Young Bucks like, "What's up with this?" And I think Hangman Adam Page got ticked off by all this, and as they were going up, and as Hangman Adam Page was going after Moxley, he retreated up the ramp, and then the Young Bucks looked at him and said, "Hey, what's up with this?" And then Hangman Adam Page turned around like, "Yeah," and all that. And they were all protecting Swerve Strickland, who ate the pin in that matchup. So I gotta tell you, that was an AEW Dynamite Grand Slam Mexico Event Center. One insane event, let me tell you. 14-man tag. I never thought I would see something like that. I mean, I just cannot believe that Beast Mortos and Mercedes Moné are dating. I just can't believe it. The Beast Mortos and Mercedes Moné are dating. But my highlight seeing Mina Shirakawa and Toni Storm get the one-up on Mercedes Moné. But let me tell you something. But Toni Storm looking gorgeous in that fedora hat and looking like a detective and all. I thought that's pretty cool. I thought that's one cool, fine-looking chick right there in Toni Storm. And Mina Shirakawa is even finer, but I miss Harley Cameron. She'll be back soon, I'm hoping. So that is all the time that we have on this episode 2329 of the show. Tomorrow, we got a huge deal. Press your luck. Big bucks, no whammies. We got Rate and Rave tomorrow night as well. TNA as well. And that's it. So, until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and Do It for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.